Hey guys, so welcome to lesson 1 of our fundamentals program. So over the next about 30 plus videos we're going to do for fundamentals, this is really helping you get from that one stripe white belt all the way to your blue belt. So really showing the basics, things that you need to master, before you go on to the next belt. And so we're going to start with lesson 1, the next several lessons on passing the guard.
So what I'm going to do is, passing the guard. What the guard is when the person on bottom has some sort of guard structure. So he could have your leg wrapped, I could be in his guard. So a guard is like a safety control. What I'm trying to do when I'm on top, I'm trying to get past this. So from here, I'm trying to get around the legs at his belt line. From here, I can control him, and that's where all the submissions come from and all the controls. So if he's here, he has a good chance to win. If I'm here, I have a lot better chance to win than him. So the object of Jiu-Jitsu on top is to get past the legs into side control or mount or back so I can finish. Okay, the first pass we're going to learn is called a stack pass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both my hands and I'm going to go underneath Tim's legs. So when I come underneath, I'm not going to put my hands in front. I'm going to put my hands on his hips. So what I want to do is I want to hide my elbows in tight as tight as I can. I never want my elbows out. I'm going to put my hands on his hips and put my elbows in. Okay, from here, I'm going to try to lift him onto my lap, but I'm going to start to walk underneath his body. So I'm going to lift his hips off a little bit, and I'm going to get to my feet. I'm going to try to get his knees to his face when I'm doing this. So my elbow's in, I'm on my toes, my head is going to come out, and I'm going to put my head right by his right hip. So my head will come out, and I'm going to put it in his right hip. From here, I'm going to drive his hips to the opposite direction, and I'm going to stay at his hip line. I'm not going to go high towards his head, I'm going to stay at his hip line until he stops moving. So another angle, just so you can see better. I'm going to go double under, elbows in tight. I'm going to lift his hips off the mat, and I'm going to try to walk underneath his hips. Okay, I'm going to take my head out, and I'm going to put it on his right hip. I'm going to come down, and I'm going to stay at his hip line.
So guys, here, one of the key details and an area people make a mistake on this pass is they think that they're using their upper body and throwing the legs over. What Josh is doing here is he's putting a lot of pressure on my legs, making it really uncomfortable for the person on bottom. So when Josh was driving in, I had a hard time even breathing, and that's the key to where it's so uncomfortable that the guy will move his legs on his own. So really work on getting underneath the hips, driving that pressure, and just letting the legs just slide by on their own. Don't feel like you have to grab and throw them to the side.